Where there is love, pattern is amusement. Where there is enmity, pattern is confrontational. Welcome to a fresh episode. And today we're going to continue with section 12. Oh, let's see. Yes, section 12. We're going to continue with section 12 of Surah 9, Surah Al-Tawbah. And we're going to Ayah 95. So this Quran is coming to pieces. I've said it. We're going to Ayah 95. سيحلفون بالله لكم إذا انقلبتم إليهم ليردون عنهم. They will swear to you by God, when you return to them, that ye may leave them alone that you may leave them alone. So leave them alone. Yes. Let me read it again. They will swear to you by God when ye return to them, that ye may leave them alone. So leave them alone. Sahelfuna billahi lakum is inkalabtum ilayhim liyuriduna anhum fa irduna anhum full stop innahum rijsun, for they are an abomination. Innahum rijsun, for they are an abomination. Innahum rijsun, for they are an abomination. ومأواهم جهنم جزاء بما كانوا يكسبون. And hell is their dwelling place. Mawa'ahum is their dwelling place. A fitting recompense for the evil that they did. Evil is in brackets. For the evil that they did. Bima kanu yaksibun, for the evil that they did. I don't know, there's no commentary to it. There's no commentary to it. Let me look well. Oh yeah, I think we've done it. The commentary here is for 193, which I believe we've done, where similar phrases are used for a similar sharing of duty by townsfolk, while here we're considering the desert folk. It's not only a duty, but a precious privilege to serve a great cause by personal self-sacrifice. Those who shirk such an opportunity know not what they miss. Oh, we've done it. That's one, 3, 4, 5. And that's for commentary for 93. 95, there is no commentary. Let's go to 96. Oh my God. وَيَحْلِفُونَ لَكُمْ لِرَدُوا عَنْهُمْ وَيَحْلِفُونَ لَكُمْ لِرَدُوا عَنْهُمْ فإن تردؤوا عنهم فإن الله لا يرضى عن قوم الفاسقين عن قوم الفاسقين. They will swear unto you that you may be pleased with them. But if ye are pleased with them, God is not pleased with them. God is not pleased with those who disobey. So Muhammad, being human, is being told that the recalcitrants can manage to make him be pleased with them. But God is telling Muhammad, but if you are pleased with them, I am not pleased with people who disobey. So here, God is in control and not Muhammad. See? So, but it's the same God who tells us to obey Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But then he's in control. It's just like the other prophets. What is an error to God by a prophet is not an error to us, the sheep that the prophets lead. In other words, God can criticize a prophet, but it's not for us to do so. It's not for only Muhammad, for all the prophets. So let's see. Is there a commentary to read? No, either. No commentary to read either. No commentary to read. We go to the next verse, 97. A very strong attack on Bedouin Arabs. Al-Arab ashadu kufran wa nifaqan. Al-Arabu ashaddu kufran wa nifaqan wa ajdaru alla ya'lamu hudud ma anzalallahu ala rasulihi. Sorry for bad reading. The Bedouin Arabs, they are referred to as Al-Arab. Bedouin Arabs are the worst in unbelief. Ashadun kufran, worst of unbelief. Ashadun kufran wa nifaqan. Worst in unbelief and hypocrisy, and most fitted to be and most fitted and hypocrisy, and most fitted to be in ignorance, and most fitted to be in ignorance of the command which God hath sent down to his messenger. Allah yalamuna hududu ma anzala ala Allah ala rasulihi, on ignorance, on the command hududu, which God has sent down to his messenger. Hududu could also mean limits. But when translating, it is not done it's not transliteration, but translating, making it look sensible. Mm. So our honorable elders of ages ago say it is the command which Allah Hududu, which Allah had sent down to his messenger. Mm. Wallahu alimun hakim. Here again the invocation of God. And God is all knowing, all wise. Alimun hakim. All right. Let's now go to ayah sign verse 98. ومن الأعراب من يتخذ ما ينفق مغرما. Some of the Bedouin Arabs look upon their payments as a fine. ومن الأعراب من يتخذ ما ينفقون مغرما. And maghraman here is a fine, as a fine. Maghraman as a fine, or if you like, maghraman as a fine. ويتربص بكم ويتربص بكم الدوائر ويتربص بكم الدوائر. And fine, and watch for disasters for you, and watch for disasters for you. ويتربص بكم الدوائر, disasters. الدوائر, disasters. Okay. عليهم دائرة السوء. عليهم دائرة السوء. والله سميع عليم. Be the disaster of evil. Be the disaster of evil. Alayhim da'iratun suwa'i. Be the disaster of evil. Wallahu sami'un alim. For God is he that heareth and knoweth all things. Wallahu sami'un alimun. For God is he that knoweth and that heareth and knoweth all things. Sami'un alimun. There is a commentary for it. Let's go there. The payments refer to the regular charity regular charity established by Islam, dash the obligatory alms. Full stop. If you look upon them as a fine or a burden, their virtue is lost. Full stop. If you rejoice that you have there an opportunity of helping the community to maintain its standards of public assistance and to suppress the unseemly beggary and loathsome importunity whose relief is only governed by motives of getting rid of awkward obstacles on the way, uh, then your outlook is entirely different. You wish for organized and effective efforts to solve the problems of human poverty and misery. Full stop. In doing so, you get nearer to God and you earn the good wishes of prayers of godly men, led by our holy leader Al Mustafa. And the holy leader Al Mustafa here is Muhammad. Peace be unto him, peace and blessings be to him. And Mustafa is chosen one. Mustafa, the chosen one. So you see, it was organized rule. It's not only today that there is a system where people are taxed uh, to help the various countries or the communities. It was started long time ago during the reign, let me just say, during the reign mm, of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mm. I think that today's governance is stemming from there. So he was actually not just a messenger, but a practical example of how we should lead our lives. Jesus Christ wasn't that. Jesus Christ didn't need to teach us how to live our lives. He came to send a message. And unfortunately, the people that he was meant to send the message to, the Jews, rejected him. In Muhammad, they rejected him. But he had to fight them so they wouldn't conquer Islam. So governance, the present system of governance is no different from what was happening during the time of the Holy Prophet. And he actually taught us that. He actually taught us how to govern people, how to gather money for good purposes for the same people mm, uh, in the form of charity. But here we say levy, give it so many names in the form of charity. Okay, Mustafa. We go to uh, I think it's the same verse. We read here. Okay, even if we don't, we can repeat it because sometimes I think we've done, but let's go. ومن الأعراب من يؤمن بالله. We didn't do it. ومن الأعراب من يؤمن بالله ويوم الآخرة ويتخذ ما ينفق قربات عند الله ومن الأعراب من يؤمن بالله ويوم الآخرة ويتخذ ما ينفق قربات عند الله. But some of the Bedouin Arabs believe in God and the last day, and look on their payments as pious gifts, bringing them nearer to God and obtaining the prayers of the messenger, obtaining the prayers of the messenger. Ma yunfiku kurubatin indallahi wasalawat rasul, and obtaining the prayers of the messenger. So the messenger could also pray to people. It's not the only Christians who pray to people because of Jesus, but the Holy Prophet actually used to pray to people. For those of us who don't know, I am not saying it. It's in this Quran. What is it? That's why وَيَتَّخِذُ ma yanfiku karbatin indallahi wa salawatul rasul, and the prayers of the messenger. Allah innaha kurbatun lahum. Allah innaha kurbatun lahum. I, indeed, they bring them nearer to him. To him who? Well, this old English, I is spelled A-Y-E. I don't know whether it's I or I. A-Y-E, I. Indeed, they bring them closer to him. I think to the prophet. Pardon me if that's not it. Kurbatun indallahi wa salawatul rasulin. Salawat ar-rasul, and bring them closer to him. So, and bring them nearer, and bring them nearer. But after that, we have in brackets to him. I suppose to him here is referring to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Pardon me if that's not it. Okay. Sayyidhilhum Allahu fi rahmatihi فَيَدْخُلُهُمْ اللَّهِ فِي رَحْمَتِهِ. Soon will God admit them to his mercy. Here in his mercy, the his here refers to God. The previous him, I believe, refers to Muhammad. So when Muhammad prays to anybody, they are brought closer to God. Soon will, and so that Allah will, God will be merciful to them. Soon will God admit them to his mercy. And the last part of it is rahmatihi, mercy. Inna Allaha Gafurun Rahim. And then the invocation of God again. For God is oft forgiven, most merciful. For God is oft forgiven, most merciful. The commentary tree is numbered 1347. Let's go there. The mercy of God is always present, as the sun is always shining. I love that. Okay, if you don't want the sun to shine on you, you can get a shade and go under, or even use an umbrella. But if we're to know the mercy of God is like that, but we shouldn't hide from it. We should rather open up for the mercy of God. Pardon me for my okro mouth. Okay, let me read well. The mercy of God is always present, as the sun is always shining. But when we have prepared ourselves to receive it, we come to the full enjoyment of it as a man who was in the shade. As a man who was in the shade comes out by the effort into the open and basks in sunshine. Bask is Basks, and bask in sunshine. I think this is the half part, the second half of chapter 12. We should have finished chapter 12 in the previous video, but we divided it into two. And this is the second part, completing chapter 12. If I'm not mistaken, yes, completing chapter 12. When we come back, we shall go to, completing section 12. Pardon me. When we come back, we are going to section 13. Thank you for lending me your ears. Thank you for lending me your ears, your eyes, your intellect, and your time. Thank you very much. May God be with you all.